Hey, what's up, guys? Calvin back in the video, and today I'm doing my Naruto review, episode 72 review, English dub. So, here we go. This episode starts out with Naruto, Sakura, and Paku. We're trying to go after, or trying to find where Sasuke was and stuff, or trying to search where Sasuke was and shit. And Paku was actually saying something to Sakura, saying, he's like, wait, he's like, he used the same shampoo as Sakura, or technically Paku saying, "Oh, I use the same shampoo as you, Sakura," and shit like that. And so it kind of made Sakura embarrassed there, and it made Sakura embarrassed. She was like, "Oh, I smell like." Technically, she thought she smelled like a Paku there and shit like that. And then Naruto was like, he's like, you know what? He's like, why embarrass Sakura like that? And so when Sakura was trying to scamper off and shit like that, and then he's like, wait, where you going and shit like that. He's like, we have a mission and shit like that to do. So the next scene we see Tamari was trying to fight Sasuke there, and Tamari was saying something to saying to someone to Kankuro, saying telling Kankuro to get Gar out of there and shit like that. So he was telling Gar to get out of there and shit like that. So Kankuro takes Gar away and shit, and freaking Tamari was gonna fight Sasuke there. So technically, she's like, "This is not good." There, I have to face this Uchiha kid there when I'm at like half chakra and shit like that. So Sasuke attacks first there. He uses like kunines and shit like that. And she's like, "Wait, that's totally the best you got." So she was kind of pushing Sasuke with the fan and shit like that. And then freaking Sasuke was saying, he's like, how the fuck I can get he's like, how the fuck I can get around that. He's like, I had to take that fucking fan away from her and shit like that. So she was actually saying, he actually said he wants to take the fucking fan away from her. So the only reason to do that, he was kind of like stalling some time and stuff like that for it. uh so he was trying to stall some time and stuff like that. So technically Sasuke uses Phoenix Flower Jutsu there to Sasuke uses Phoenix Flower Jutsu there to back Tamari up and shit like that, or technically put her like in a fire thing, and then he's like, fire like a finisher, and then freaking Sasuke uses the Firebolt Jutsu there. She technically blocks it with her freaking fan there, and technically she blocks it with the fan there and shit like that. Uh, so pushing Sasuke all the way back, and he kind of like slipped through some sand there. uh, Tamari throws kunines right at Sasuke there. It hits him, but it was a substitution jutsu there, and she's like, "Oh, what the fuck and crap!" And then Sasuke hits her there with the hits her there with the and hits her there with the attack there and knocking her out. And then he's like, I got the he's like I he's like I'm not gonna stick around here. He's like, I'm gonna go after Sasuke and stuff like that. So that's what, or not Sasuke, but he's like, you're just wasting my time to go after a guard there and shit like that. So when that was going on with that shit, when that was going on with that shit there, freaking Orochimaru was, or not Orochimaru, but the Thorough Kage was actually saying like, "Who are you?" and shit like that from the previous episode where we see Orochimaru like pull off the face and shit like that. And Orochimaru was like, well, it's Orochimaru. He was actually saying, he's like, it's me, Orochimaru. That's what he was saying to, or Orochimaru was saying to the Thorough Kage there. And that Thorough Kage was actually saying some stuff like that. He was laughing there, like menacingly and shit. And he told the Thorough Kage, he said he was a demon and shit, like that when that was going on with that shit. So when that was going on with that crap, there we seen a flashback where they went in the flashback they went into Orochimaru's hideout there, and then they were explaining what Orochimaru was actually saying and stuff like that, and then technically he was actually explaining what he was trying to do and shit. You wanted the blue there and the blue there and the yellow to mix there, so it makes like a greenish color there to to make it there for the like the fucking chakra. He's like blue is chakra and yellows are hand signs there to make a ultimate jutsu there to make it there for this ultimate jutsu there. They're trying to trying to create and shit like that. So he was actually thinking about what he was like actually thinking and shit. And he's like, how you got that jutsu there. In the flashback, we see the Thorough Kage didn't really did nothing there and just let Orochimaru go. And then his summoning jutsu was like saying, why in the fuck you didn't kill him and shit. He's like, he could just couldn't and shit. So he was actually saying stuff like that. He's like, now I can do it and shit like that. So he was ready to attack there, and he was like summoning there. He was like summoning something there. For it looks like a Reaper came behind his back and shit like that. He was ready to do it and shit like that. He's like, well, say something about the family, or he was like saying something about it. The second Okage did some like dark thing there to block out his movements or like that. And then the third Okage was saying something about the Leaf Village. It was like his home there and his family. He was actually explaining. He was like, I had to protect my family there. He's like the village is my family. I had to protect them and shit like that. So he was actually saying stuff like that for it. And then the end of the episode there, we actually get to see the third Okage used for the first time there is the Reaper Death Seal. So, yep, that's where the episode ends there. So, yep, that's pretty much it. Comment, rate, and response to the videos. We like my videos. Please subscribe, hit the bell notification while super uploads. Comment, rate, response to the videos. We like her out. Out of your peace.